Hey guys, what's up? MrNyancatNinja here, and welcome back to another Noteblock tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make the song Cradles by Suburban. I think that's their proper band name, but in the end it'll sound something like this. And obviously the command blocks will not be included, but I can show those separately if you guys would like. So let's get on to the build. Okay, to get started, let's go over the materials needed for the build. To build this, you will need 87 hardened ice or packed ice, 43 dirt, 13 wood of any kind, 12 obsidian, 8 sand, and 1 glass. Then on top of that, you're going to need 164 note blocks. You will need 184 repeaters, 45 redstone, and then 92 blocks of your choice. Alright, before we get started, let's go over the blocks you're going to need for this build. You will need 87 packed ice, 43 dirt, 13 wood, 12 obsidian, 8 sand, and 1 glass. On top of that, you're going to need 164 note blocks to go on top of all these blocks. You will need 184 repeaters, 45 redstone, and then 92 extra blocks to fill in space to keep it easier for us to build. So let's get into building. Alright, so what I went ahead and did here is I placed all the blocks that are not note blocks. As you can see here, the order is going to start in the bottom left and end in the top right. The one issue I had is sand would not show up very well, so every purple wool you see will be a sand block, not purple wool. And the glass you can see is kind of like an invisible block towards the middle right of the square. But other than that, you should now know how to place every block. So go ahead and finish that, and you can pause the video right here and continue when you're ready for your redstone and note blocks. Alright, so once you've done placing all the blocks, what we're going to do is we're going to start in the bottom left, and we are going to place a repeater between every block and doing a 2-tick delay, meaning you place it and you click it once, and we're going to go all the way down. Once we hit the end, oops, didn't double click that one. Once we hit the end here, we're going to place one repeater without double clicking it, redstone dust like this, and one repeater without double clicking it. We're going to do this for the first couple of lines all the way through until we hit the end of line 3. Okay, next up we're going to put in the redstone, and I've gone ahead and done that. Basically what you need to know is every repeater needs to be on 2 ticks. So you'll place the repeater down and you'll click it one more time so it'll look something like this. And when wiring, what we're going to do is we're going to do the first row all the way down. We're going to get to the end, we're going to put a repeater, put it on 1 tick, and into the next one we're going to put on 1 tick and connect those with redstone lines. That basically equals out to the 2 ticks we need between every note. Then we're going to go all the way down, do the same thing, 1 tick on each of these, and then redstone line. And then when we get to the end of the third line, we're going to do something slightly different. We're going to do 1 tick coming out, and then the next 2 lines we're going to do 1 tick going in. This is because we don't have enough space on 1 line to fit all the note blocks that we need, so we have to spread it out to 2 lines. So you're going to enter into 2 lines, connect it with redstone, and then both of those 2 lines will be going down the same way. And once you get done with those 2 lines, you're going to connect them to the next 2 lines, and so on and so forth. You're going to start connecting 2 lines from then all the way down until you get to the end. Alright, and once we get done with our redstone, we can start putting in the note blocks. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go through block by block and telling you how many times you need to click it or right click it, and hopefully getting all the way through. Okay, for each row I'm going to go through by each individual block, which will make each sound, and we'll go through all those and then come back. So we're going to start off going through the ice blocks, and then we'll come back for the dirt blocks. So our first ice block, you're going to right click 12 times. Our second ice block, you're going to right click 16 times. The third ice block, you're going to right click 19 times. And then the fourth one, you're going to right click 16 times. Next ice block, you will right click 7 times. Next one will be 11. Next one will be 14. And next one will be 11. Alright, once you finish all the ice blocks, we're going to go back for the dirt blocks in the first row. The first one, which is the furthest left, we're going to go back and we're going to hit 9 times. The next one, we are going to hit 11 times. Then we're going to hit the next one 9 times again. Then 11 again. And then 9. And then 11. Okay, and once you get a full row down, I highly suggest going back to the beginning and double checking it just to make sure it sounds right. So if you go back, put your button or lever or whatever you're using to activate this system, go ahead and put that on this first ice block and go ahead and play. It should sound something like this. Alright, on the next line we're going to start on the right side, continuing down the circuit. So we're going to do all the ice first. So our first one is going to be 16 right clicks. Our next one is going to be 19 right clicks. Our next one is going to be 23 right clicks. Alright, and the next one will be 23 right clicks. Next one will be 19 right clicks. Our next one will be 14 right clicks. Next one will be 24 right clicks. Next one will be 23 right clicks. And then 15 right clicks. And then we go back for the dirt, and we will have 14 right clicks. The next dirt block will be 11 right clicks. Next one will be 9 right clicks. Next one will be 11 right clicks. Next one will be 15 right clicks. Next one will be 11 right clicks. Next one will be 9 right clicks. And your last one will be 11 right clicks. Alright, and once we get that last one tuned, if we go back to the beginning and play it again just for safety, it should sound something like this. Alright, moving on to the next line, going through the ice, it will be, our first one will be 12 right clicks. Next one will be 16 right clicks. Next one will be 19 right clicks. Next one will be 16 right clicks. Next one will be 7 right clicks. Next one will be 11 right clicks. And then 14 right clicks. And then again 14 right clicks. And if we go back to the beginning to do our dirt, our first one will be 16 right clicks. Next one will be 11. Next one will be 9. Next one will again be 9. And then we'll go 14. Then 11, and then 9. And if we come back to the beginning again, this is how the intro should sound. Another optional little detail you could add if you are doing this in survival, a cool little effect is if you have a gold block. This is completely optional though. A gold block underneath next to your ice block, and do that one on 14 as well. Gives it a little extra feel, but that's totally optional. I just like to leave it in. So up next we're going to go through the next line, which again we will do all the ice blocks first and then continue off of that. And 19. Then we move on. We will have the top one be 19. The bottom one will be 23. Alright, and then for our 3-piece, our bottom one will be 11. Our top one will be 16. And our right one will be 19. Up next, our top one will be 6. And our bottom one will be 11. Next, we will have 11. And then 15. And then we will have 15 on top. And 18 on bottom. And then for our final one of the line, our bottom one will be 11. Top one will be 15. And the bottom one will be 18. Alright, and for the rest of this, we're going to go ahead and just put a note block on any other block that we have placed. So the obsidian we can, Of course, the purple wool will be sand. I'll go ahead and replace that. But just remember, the purple wool is there for sand. And if we replace all of those and put the note blocks on top, we go back to the beginning just to be safe, and it should sound something like this. Alright, so for the next part of that line, which I probably should have done before we tested it again, we will put the dirt is going to be 4, and the wood will also be 4. The next dirt will be 4. The next dirt will be 11. The next dirt will be 4 again. The next one, which is the wood, will be 23. Next to wood will be 23 and 11. Alright, up next you will have 23 on the top block and 11 on the bottom block. Alright, the next block is 18. And the last block is 23. Alright, and once we finish that line, I'm going to go back and test it again just to make sure it sounds right. Hopefully it sounds something like this. Alright, after you finish up that line, we're going to go ahead and go through the ice on the next line. To start off, our first block is going to be 9. Our next block is going to be 12. Next up, we're going to have a set of 3, which will be 9, 12, and 16. Our next 2 ice is going to be 16 and 19. After that, we're going to have 16 and 12. Next up, we are going to have 4 and 7. Then again, we're going to have 7 and 11. And we're going to end it off with 14. Alright, and then again, we're going to fill in all of the spots on this line that are blocks we placed that we don't have to tune. That includes the glass. Alright, and on our dirt, we're going to place a block and not tune it. And then on the bottom, we are going to do the same thing. The next dirt will be 4. The next dirt will be 7. And then the next dirt will be 4. And then our 2 wood will both be 7. And the dirt will be 2. So once again, we're going to go back and listen to make sure everything is correct. So I'm going to hit the button and it should sound something like this. There we go. Alright, so we're going to finish up and go ahead and do all these last 2 lines without checking. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on the right and we're going to fill in all of the ice. Alright, we're going to go ahead on our next one and fill in all of the ice for the next couple layers. So first off, we're going to start on the right. Our first ice block is going to be 16. And then below that will be 19. Alright, our next ice block will be 19. And then 23. And then our 3 blocks are going to be 11, 15, and 19. Alright, the next 2 are going to be 23 and 14. Next 2 will be 24 and 21. And then again 24 and 18. Then the last 2 will be 15 and 11. And then go ahead and fill in any of the leftover blocks that still need filled in. and we'll move on to the next row. Alright, and once you're done with that row, we're going to come over to the next row, and we're going to have the top one will be 4, bottom one will also be 4, next one will be 4, next one will be 11, and then next one will be 4. After that, we will have a 14, then we will have a 23. After that, we'll have an 11. After that, we'll have a 23. And then we'll end it off with a 15. Alright, we're going to move on to the next line where we're going to fill in all of the ice blocks first, and so on and so forth, like usual. Alright, our first one will be 9. Next one will be 12. And then again 9. And 12. And then 16. Next up, we'll have 16. And 19, and then 12, and 16. After that, we've got then 7, we've got 7, and 11, and to finish off, we have 11, and 14. And then we're going to go ahead and place in all of our excess blocks. Alright, and to finish off, the first block will be 0 clicks. Next block will be 0 clicks. Next block will be 7 clicks. The next block will be 0 clicks. Next block will be 7 clicks. 7 clicks. And the final block will be 11 clicks. Alright, and then once you have all of these done, you should be finished. And when you play, it should sound something like this. Alright, that'll do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new around here, please consider subscribing. I do one tutorial every Wednesday. I also have a Minecraft survival series going out, and I also just post fun videos on Friday. So, if you're new around here, please consider subscribing. If you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. See you guys.